So this hangout on air is live. So okay, guys, we're live here. Just want to start this hangout here. With some gratitude. Just want to thank everybody for coming. And before I actually start talking, actually just make yourself comfortable for a second and grab a drink or something like that. I want to make sure that this is actually going in the other spot where it's supposed to be going. So just a minute. Just sit tight for a second, actually. It's been a while since I've done one of these. I know we're recording. I'm just not sure if it's going live in the hangout
Yeah,
spot.
we're good, bro.
Okay, yeah, it looks like it's working okay. A matter of fact, if you're watching this through 22 Social or on our page, scroll down below and let us know you can see us and things like that. So I'll go ahead and go back here, to what I was saying here. Thank you all for coming. I appreciate everybody coming tonight. Hey guys on the panel too, if you guys don't mind, just checking in on the 22 Social page if there's any questions or anything like that, or if anybody says they can't see something. But I think that we're good. I paused my thing there so it wouldn't play at the same time. But I think that we're good here. So all right. So anyway, so what I want to do is I'll get. Why don't you guys get and introduce yourselves real quick, briefly, from left to right. Dave, you want to just say your name, where you're from, real quick, buddy?
Absolutely. Dave Gross, checking in from Palm Beach Gardens, Florida, and looking at a beautiful 70-degree weather outside. So those of you out there freezing, sending you the warmth this evening.
Awesome, man. Awesome. Thanks, brother. Thanks for being on here tonight, Dave.
Thanks for having me.
Keith, you want to say hello, where you're from, real quick?
Yeah, Keith Ritchie, Hillsboro, Ohio. That's about it.
Good enough, brother. Good enough. Lona, you want to say hello, where you're from?
Hey, Lona Rochelle Taylor out here in San Jacinto, California, Southern California, about an hour in from the coast. It's nice. I'm barefoot right now, so I guess I would be considered in warm weather. Glad to be here. Thank you for inviting me.
Yeah, I'm glad you're here too. Tim?
Yeah, Tim Murray from San Diego, California, one of the most beautiful cities in the country, next to the ocean and the mountains. And I wish I had Dave's weather.
Yeah. Wow, you're right. That is a beautiful place. I've been there twice, and it was like I was just shocked. I couldn't believe how nice it was the whole time I was there. So all right. So what I'm going to do, guys, is I'm just going to get started here and just kind of share my story. Let you guys get to know me a little bit, like my story of entrepreneurship, if you will. Now, I got started as like an entrepreneur back in '99. I actually jumped into a network marketing company back in '99. It was called Anway. I'm sure a lot of you guys have heard of it or whatever. And during that time, I went into that, feet first or head first or however you want to say it. And I didn't do well, as you could probably imagine how the story worked out. And I did that for like a year and a half. And the really cool thing that happened to me during that time was I got sold on the dream of like financial freedom and just being able to live life on my terms. So I got sold on that lifestyle, and I knew no matter what I did, like that's the kind of lifestyle I was going to go after, for the rest of my life. I wanted a lifestyle where I can come and go as I please, be with the people I want to be with when I want to be with them, and I have a lifestyle like that, but it could be better. You know what I mean? So. It's always good to keep growing. Tony Robbins talks about progress, and we feel the most happy when we're growing. So I'm always continuing to grow. So like I said, I fell in love with the dream of financial freedom, and having a great lifestyle. I didn't do very well. Then I went on to have a landscaping business for 12 years. The next 12 years, I actually did pretty good with that. I had a 6-figure income with that. I had 6 trucks. I had a secretary, an assistant, I had a couple foremans, and I had some different crews that they helped run and things like that. And then that went on a slow decline in 2008. It really started to getting bad, where I was knocking on doors and things like that, and having trouble getting my money. You know what I mean? So So I decided to get back into network marketing actually in 2010, and I actually had a pretty good experience with it, where I actually had my first month where I made over $1,000 about 4 months in 2010, and I did pretty well in that particular company. Went on for about a year and a half or whatever. Then got involved with some other companies, and I can go on with a long story about that, but we're not here to talk about network marketing tonight. But why I wanted to talk about my past a little bit, is I just wanted to share with you guys, my dream and hopefully your dream if you're here tonight. And hopefully you want to have something. Hopefully you just want to have something better. I mean, what we're going to be talking about tonight. I mean, if $500 a month extra money is something that you want, or $1,000 a month, or $1,500 a month extra money, if that's all you want, that's something that you can obviously have too. It's very easy to have. So, during that time, I want to take a step back actually, because I got a little bit ahead of myself. In 2008 and 2009, I actually got into e-commerce. Like while I had my landscaping business, I had like 6 trucks out doing all this stuff, and I actually had my cousin. My cousin would work in my basement. I had a storage room. And I would go out and find all these products. I would go to like dollar stores. I was like going to like auctions and stuff like that to get stuff. And I would bring all these products back, and then I'd have her list them on eBay. And then when they would sell, she would pick, pack, and ship them. You know what I mean? And then she would handle the customer service. So I had her doing like everything. This is in like 2008 and 2009. And there was a couple things that I was missing while I was doing this. First off, I wasn't really even that engaged. I was just like having her do everything. Because that's like the traditional mindset that I have. You know what I mean? I always want to hire people to do stuff for me. You know what I mean? I didn't come from like a network marketing background. I mean, other than my failure when I first got started in Amway like 12 or 15 years ago or whatever, right? So I got her doing all this stuff. I'm paying her like $10 an hour to do it. And we went on like that for about 2 years. And I probably broke even for about 2 years straight. And something that I didn't realize, during the time, there's 2 things that I was missing. They were really important and really crucial to my success. And one was, not having a mentor, not having somebody that has what I want. You know what I mean? Not having somebody in my life that has success, in that particular field. And you don't always have to know somebody personally like that. But, fortunately, you probably do, because if you're here tonight, you were either invited by me, somebody on the panel, or somebody else in our mastermind group, and I encourage you to get back with them, after this is over. But that's one thing that I was lacking, having a mentor. And another thing that I was missing was having a mastermind group, having a mastermind. And what a mastermind is when 2 or more people meet and have the same common goals and vision or dreams, want the same thing. When they meet up together, what happens is they create a third mind. And that's the mastermind. It's 10 times, it's tenfold what your own mind can do by itself. I'm sitting here with the panel tonight. We're in a mastermind group, and I'm just grateful for them. I'm grateful for you being here, and I hope you join our mastermind alliance. Because I know that we can grow together. I know that we can have a lot of success together. I know that we can have whatever we want. If we just work together, having that mastermind. So those are the 2 things that I was missing in 2008, 2009. In 2013, I joined an affiliate program, training program called Est Time. And I bought that program, and it changed. And because I've been studying entrepreneurship, in between then, in network marketing actually, I've been studying entrepreneurship, and I learned about having a mastermind. I learned about having mentors. I learned about things that I didn't know about in 2008 and 2009 when I was just trying to be a one-man show. You know what I mean? So, so doing it, I got back into it. I actually decided to start physically shipping stuff too. What I want to share with you guys, real quick. I actually got my computer on a box tonight, so that way that you guys can see the screen or whatever. So, but real quick, just so you guys know, there's 3 ways. There's 3 ways to do to do e-commerce. And if you don't know what e-commerce is, e-commerce just means electrical commerce. Selling things online on platforms like Amazon, eBay, Bonanza. Just made another sale. Cool. So, but had to throw that in there. It's real time. So there's 3 ways to make money through e-commerce. Through these different platforms like Amazon, Bonanza, and all these different things. One is to physically ship stuff. I want to make sure I educate you guys here. Along with me telling my story here. You can physically ship stuff. You can drop ship stuff. And my buddy Keith's going to give a little example in a little while on how to drop ship stuff. But basically, drop ship means basically you list an item here. Somebody buys it with money. You take their money. Their money, and you go buy it from somewhere else. I'll write some. You get the point. Somewhere. I'll write somewhere. Somewhere else. You buy it from there, and then you ship it to the customer. Like that. So, I heard years ago, like, studying, like, Robert Kiyosaki and stuff like that, he's like, yeah, you can make money using other people's money. They talk about it in real estate deals and stuff like that, and you wonder, like, how do you like make money using other people's money and stuff like that? And this is actually, like, a really good example of, like, how that happens, it's pretty neat, how that happens, So you're actually able to use other people's money to make money. How cool is that, So, and then number 3, there's only one platform that does it. It's Amazon, and that's fulfillment, where you can actually buy stuff in bulk and send it to them, and then they handle like your customer service, pick, packing, and shipping, and all of that. So there's three different ways to do e-commerce, and I would recommend that you do them all. You know what I mean? I recommend you do them all. even in DS Domination's training, there's a lot of people here tonight from DS Domination. It's a great training platform. We're using it as a platform to align ourselves with more people. It's very inexpensive. It's only $20 to get rolling. You know what I mean? So there's a lot of people here, from DS Domination tonight. And what I want to say, why I say that is because even Roger, the guy Roger in the trainings, he actually talks about physically shipping stuff too. He talks about doing whatever it takes. A lot of people are always trying to like figure out ways to make money and trying to cut out the work. Like the biggest secret to making money is just working. You know what I mean? So many people are afraid of work. So, but anyway, what I want to, just wanted to make sure that you guys understood, the three different ways, that e-commerce, is done. Looks like Keith Ritchie just got knocked off there. So I wanted to cover that. I actually brought some notes tonight because I wanted to make sure that I could cover. I want to make sure I could cover everything that I want to cover tonight. I also want to talk about the Chinese New Year, something that you guys don't know about because you haven't been doing this like I have. Haven't been doing this as long as I have. Like last year, the Chinese New Year. Different years, it's in different months. Like I believe last year was actually in January or something like that. I'm not sure. Correct me if I'm wrong if you know. But next month is Chinese New Year, and what happens during Chinese New Year is more than half the competition actually takes the month off. So you can double, triple, and quadruple sales during that time, and that's like something that something that's not that I haven't seen talked about in DS Domination. So I just figured I would just share that because I want to make sure that people, no matter like. Why I say that is because people that are coming from DS Domination are pretty educated about e-commerce. You know what I mean? Because it's a great training platform. That's one thing I noticed that I've never heard anybody talk about. And it's very valuable. Another thing, too, obviously Christmas time is a great time. People miss that. What the great thing is Chinese New Year is next month. So right now is actually a really, really good time to get some training and to start teaching yourself. Start teaching yourself this stuff. You know what I mean? Another thing I want to talk about too, in comparison to network marketing, other internet marketing, things like that, all them things are great, and I would never knock them in a million years. But somebody that's brand new to the industry or brand new to any of it, can't make money as fast as they can with e-commerce. I mean, you can make money this week after training yourself. Another cool thing is you can actually get paid to train yourself. You know what I mean? You're listing items. You're doing what you're doing what you're told to do through our training, and you're making money. You're actually getting paid to train yourself, which doesn't really happen in a lot of other programs. There's a lot of other difficult internet marketing stuff out there. The learning curve is 6 months, 12 months, 18 months, 36 months. Like depending on how smart you are, or whatever, or how long you've had a laptop, or how long you've been playing around, or how much time you even have outside of your regular job, depending on what your schedule is and things like that, how big your family is maybe, how much time you could put into it, the learning curve is just a lot more. So that's the one thing I really like about e-commerce, making money, using Amazon's platform, eBay's platform, and you're using your platform, so you don't have to worry about traffic. You don't have to learn how to generate traffic or generate leads. I mean? You're just using these other platforms, that are already pre-built. You know what I mean? So you don't have to worry about that kind of stuff. You can make money very, very, very fast. So that's something that I really like about that. Another thing too that I would like to cover, because I know there's some big network marketers decided to come tonight, and watch this. What I want to talk to you guys about, is this is a lot of people talk about multiple streams of income and stuff, right? They talk about multiple streams of income. Well, when it comes to like network marketing and different stuff, like a lot of people don't really want to do too many programs. They don't want to like program hop. They want to be like all over the place. But the truth of the matter is if you have something that's different enough, it's completely different. Like e-commerce is completely different than network marketing because it's so much different. You can actually do both and still look like a professional. A lot of people are worried about their reputation when it comes to when it comes to network marketing, affiliate marketing, and doing multiple deals. The cool thing is you can look very professional, doing this as well. I did network marketing all in 2014, other affiliate marketing all in 2014, and I actually made more money with e-commerce behind the scenes without even telling anybody about it. You know what I mean? So it's kind of funny. I was talking to my friend Rudy. I hope you're here tonight, Rudy. I was talking to him about it, and I was telling him, I said, what's funny about e-commerce? It's not like network marketing where you're like, if you just help enough other people get what they want, you can get what you want. You know that saying, right? Well, the funny thing about e-commerce is you can just make a boatload of money, not tell anybody about it, be completely selfish about it, and make money. But but who wants to be successful all by themselves? You know what I mean? It's not fun to be successful all by themselves, all by yourself, and you can grow together as a unit. You know what I mean? You can grow together better as a mastermind, like I was talking about, earlier. You can grow, 10 times faster, if you have a good mastermind. Hey, Keith, can you put that on mute or something, bud?
Oh, yeah. Sorry, brother.
Yeah, it's all right. It's like making some different noises or something like that. So, but I'm very happy for everybody, to came tonight. I really appreciate you all. I want to educate you guys all. Another cool thing about e-commerce too that I like to touch up on real quick. It's scaling up with e-commerce. I mean, if you find like even just one hot item, that you can make even $5 a day off of, that's $150 a month. You know what I mean?
Hey, Dan.
What's that?
We can't see your screen, bro. It's small. Or it is on my end, anyway.
You can't see my screen?
Your screen is small. I don't know if everybody else is like
mine.
that. I can see. I'm not sure her name.
Luna, is it like that with you too? Or Dave?
I can
It's
see
okay
you
on my
clearly,
side.
Dan.
Okay, okay.
You may want to blue screen yourself. That way, you're the only one.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll do that. I'll blue screen myself. Okay. So, Keith, maybe it's just yours then, dude, I guess. I'm not sure because Dave and Lona can see me good. How about you, Tim? Can you see me all right? Okay, yeah, he said he could see me okay. So, yeah, so I just want to talk about scaling up real quick. I mean, if you find even just one hot item, that you can make $5 off of a day, I mean, that's $150 a month. I mean, a lot of people have been in network marketing and just, other deals and stuff like that. I'm not here to knock network marketing or anything like that, but they've been in other deals, for 2 years and still haven't made $150, and that's 2 years whole time. You know what I mean? So, I mean, if you can get yourself a little bit of traction, like to build your business and invest in other stuff, I mean, $10 a day, is $300 a month. You know what I mean? $25 a day is $750 a month. $50 a day is $1,500 a month. You can see how this gets up. You find a couple items that you have regularly selling like that. $100 a day, is $3,000 a month. then you can invest in buying a store like I have. I have a store on eBay. You can have a whole bunch of automation where it does this stuff for you, where it automatically relists stuff, and automatically handles like your feedback. If you want to go on vacation, you can just hit the vacation setting, and then you can leave it alone for 4 days and go on a trip and not worry about it. Just lets all your buyers know that you're on vacation. You know what I mean? So then you got money. If you're making money, you can have other stuff. You can invest in buying a store. You can invest in buying more product in bulk. You know what I mean? To where you can make even more money. You know what I mean? $300 a day. That's $9,000 a month. So scaling up is really easy. It's really easy to get traction doing this stuff. You get a couple hot items. I mean, and like I was talking about before, I know there's a lot of people here from DS Domination or whatever. I want to make sure that I give you guys some tips that I haven't seen in there as well too, like on a basic level, if you will. You know what I mean? Obviously, I like to see you guys invest in yourselves and buy higher level training. You know what I mean? If you want to become more valuable, it's like Jim Rohn. He gets a call that's worth $1 million, and he's like, man, I just got a call that's worth $1 million, and he's like, why did I get a call like that? And he was like, that's because I'm worth $1 million. He had to scratch his head for a second. He's like, that's because I'm worth $1 million. He's like, who else am I going to get the job done? So if you want to make yourself valuable, I do encourage you guys, to keep on investing in your education. And the cool thing is a lot of people will come to you for advice, and you can resell information. Reselling information is a very high-paying thing. So the more valuable you become, the more money you can make doing this, and the more money you can make mentoring people. You know what I mean? So I'm getting ready to buy a $1,000 course off my friend that's got all kinds of cool stuff. I'm not going to talk about it right now because it's like higher level stuff. But I'm buying information for $1,000. You know what I mean? Buying somebody else's time. The more money people make, the more they value their time. You know what I mean? The more money people make, the more they value their time, because you can't get your time back. That's one big secret, I think, that a lot of people don't know, that aren't entrepreneurs who work for themselves and stuff like that. They just they message me and stuff like that, like, hey, can you give me your advice and stuff like that? And I'm like, why am I going to spend a half hour with you or an hour with you? You're not even paying me. I'd rather work with people that bought something from me, because we have. To partake in prosperity, one must contribute to prosperity. I want to work with people that are contributing to prosperity. People that aren't people that are out there just being a taker. If you want to get a bunch of goods, you got to put a bunch out. Whatever you put out comes back. So whether it's money, your time, or your education, whatever you could do, to get somebody else's knowledge, you do it. Whether you got to spend money, whether you got to spend time. But it's funny because a lot of people don't. I got even friends and family, like one of my family members is like, yo, teach me how to do that stuff. I'm like, all right, well, buy this program for $20. That way you can educate yourself, and I can fill in the blanks. And he won't even buy the product for $20. And I'm like, I'm not going to help you, man. If you're not even willing to invest in you're not even willing to invest $20 in yourself. Like, I'm not going to help you. It doesn't mean I don't love my family. If you want to go out and have a beer with me on the weekend or something like that, that's all good. You know what I mean? We can hang out. We can hang out and we can do whatever. But like Monday through Friday, or like in my work grind, like when I'm trying to make money, nobody wants to spend time with people for free when I can spend time with people that are investing in themselves, and paying for the time. So that's something that a lot of people don't understand. They go around. It's a poor mindset. You're trying to get advice for people for free. You know what I mean? When they're people that really value their time, their time's valuable. They can charge a couple $100s an hour. I can charge a couple $100s an hour for consulting. So why would I spend a half hour with somebody for free? So that's I didn't mean to go off on that, but I think it's a really powerful thing to talk about. So people understand, because a lot of people don't understand that. They think you're being rude or something like that, but you're just trying to get the most of your time. You know what I mean? Like Monday through Friday, like I grind, like I want to work. I want to make money with people that are serious about making money. Somebody's not serious about it, even to put $20, to spend $20. Like, I don't want to spend any time with them. It's just, they're not worth my time. They just don't care about the future enough. You know what I mean? So what we'll do now. I'm gonna go ahead and let you, Keith. Do you have a good connection now? It seems like you haven't had a great connection. Yeah, I can't hear you. Are you muted out or something?
Yeah, it's good now. I don't know what the deal was there for a
Uh,
few minutes and had a rough spot, but
can you see my whole screen?
no, I still can't. I don't know what the deal is.
Oh, okay. Here, I'm gonna blue box you. Let's see if we can see your whole screen. So I can see you good. How about you guys? The rest of you guys on the panel, can you guys see Keith? Okay, or
Yeah, he's good.
okay? Thanks, Tim. So all right, Keith. Go ahead and take the floor, brother.
All right. All right, guys, I'm going to go ahead and go to screen share real quick. Let me see. Okay, can you see my screen? All right.
Yeah, I can see your screen. I just see Tim right now. Okay, there you go.
Okay, here we go.
Oh, the old Barbie house.
Yeah, the old Barbie. I went through earlier trying to find different things, but the pictures weren't there, and I wanted to give a good, solid example and something somebody can make some money with. So the $20 course consists of Amazon, finding products on Amazon to list on eBay for sale. And just a second. Am I still good? Okay. So ultimately what you can do is, you know, come to Amazon, you find a product that's selling. This has 659 reviews, and probably 1 out of 10 people leave reviews, so it's probably, you know, 6,000 some sales. I know this says only one left in stock, 195 plus 499, so about 200 bucks. But if you look right over here, it's 164.99 sold by Amazon. So that's what our cost will be. So don't pay any attention to this. Am I still live? Okay. All right, so I'm just going to get into it, show how easy this is. All right, first thing you're going to do what?
No,
All
I'm
right,
sorry. I just said you're good.
Okay.
Keith?
Yeah, I think we lost him.
Yeah, it seems like he's got a bad connection there or something. All right. All right, so what I'll do now while we're waiting for him to come back, I wonder if he's still talking right now. What we'll do right now while he's still talking is I'm going to take it over to Dave. I'm really proud of this guy. He's been really digging into the courses in DS domination, and he's really been digging into e-commerce in general here. And if you don't mind just giving some words of encouragement, you know, I mean, to people that are new here, to e-commerce or just getting started or want to get started, I appreciate that, Dave, and just take it, brother.
Thanks, Dan. I appreciate you having me on this panel. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, I can hear you good, bro.
Okay, great. Well, yeah, my story is fairly simple. I've never really done any kind of e-commerce before on a serious level, other than I've had an eBay account where I would list, items that I had around the house, and every once in a while I would sell something, but never on a serious level. And Dan and I had a conversation just after Thanksgiving, and I think it was a good 15-20 minutes. And what's great about Dan, he talks about mentors, is he's a great mentor himself. He's really there to listen, and not there to push anything on people. So he's really just laid back, and he's like, hey, I got this DSD course where it shows you how to list some things on eBay, and you can make some money for the holidays. So I was like, okay, $20, give it a shot. So
Hello?
He's back.
he's back.
I cannot believe this. It's been great all day. This connection, I don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
So you want me to finish, keep going, Dan, or you want to get back to Keith?
Yeah, you want to finish? Look, Keith, can you finish real quick, bro?
Go ahead, man. Yeah, absolutely.
All right, go ahead and finish real quick. That's cool. Or take your time.
Cool. Yeah, I won't go too long. I just wanted to, yeah, so I got started right after Thanksgiving and took maybe 2 hours to go through all the training on how to actually find an item that Keith will show you how to list, just put it up on eBay, and go from there. And I just went berserk. I listed about 50 items right off the bat, and sure enough, the next day ended up getting 2 sales, and it just kept getting. I listed a few more. I kept listing every day, and that's the whole key to this. Is people get caught up in asking questions and figuring out how to do things, and just gotta go out there and list, make the mistakes, and within that first week, I had a day where I had sold 5 items, and it just kept getting better. In my first month, I made just about $200. So again, with no real e-commerce experience, right around the holidays, it was a nice little extra chunk of change that came in. So that's with a $20 program, and that's what it can do if you really put the effort into it. So back to you, Dan.
Cool, man. Cool, man. What I love about that too, man, is like I was talking about earlier. Like it's like these different training programs that teach like some serious different types of marketing and stuff like that. People spend 6 months, 12 months, 2 years, they don't ever make any money because the learning curve is just a lot more. So like you just got paid like $200 and you train yourself like there's like a really double like up. Like there's like two awesome things happening. Like you're teaching yourself a trade while you're simultaneously getting paid for it. Like people do training for free all the time. Like they're not getting paid for their training. So like you just made $200. Like just think like every month you're just probably gonna be able to keep doubling the money or tripling it or quadrupling it. You know what I mean? So it's just I really look forward to seeing where you're at in like 90 days from now. I imagine you're going to be like taking on the world, man. So it's really cool to watch your growth, man. I really appreciate you coming on here tonight, man. I know you're like a really real dude, no BS type of person. You know what I mean? So you're just on here keeping it real. I appreciate that, and I think other people that are watching this appreciate that too. Because it's like. It's not like a bunch of hype. We're not talking about hype here. We're talking about something that you can start making money with tomorrow. You know what I mean? And never stop making money. You know what I mean? And nobody can take it away from you. You don't have to like motivate people and help them get their mindset right. You know what I mean? And do team calls and all this stuff. Like that stuff's cool. Like we have a nice mastermind group here. We're keeping it professional. We have a nice mastermind group here, but. Well, like we don't have to do that stuff, you know what I mean? We do it because we want to, you know what I mean? And that's something that's different about it that I really love because I don't like to have to go around trying to motivate everybody and stuff like that, you know what I mean? It's just Les Brown says it's a full-time job trying to keep ourselves motivated, you know what I mean? So why would we want to go around and have to motivate everybody else, you know what I mean? So thanks for sharing, Dave.
You bet.
Keith, your screen's all black still. Are you here or are you? I'm not sure he's here. So, all right. So I guess I'll just. Oh, now I see his picture. Keith, are you here, bud? Oh, we lost him. So all right. So I guess I'll pass it to Lona next because like that's the way my screen looks. It's like Dave, Lona, Tim, and then Keith keeps on popping up there. And oh, there he is again. Keith, how you doing, man? Are you good, bud?
Fantastic, yes.
All right, so I know at least you got the item pulled up already. You already showed us the item you were going to give us an example with.
Yeah.
I hope your internet stays on so we could
do this. Yes. My apologies, guys. My apologies. It's been, like I said, it's been great all day.
Yeah.
Can you see my screen or no?
I'm going to you right now. Okay. Yep. There. I see you now. That's good. It's good to see you.
Can you see Amazon?
Not yet.
Okay, let me do that. Let me screen share. Boom. Okay, you should be able to see it now.
Yep, I see it.
Dan, do me a favor, just in case. Keep your mic unmuted, man. That way I can know if anything's wrong or whatever.
Okay, all right, you got it.
Okay, guys, so let's do this. We found our item. We know we can make money on it. These guys are selling it for well over $200, $215, something like that. We can get it for $164.99, free shipping. So here we go. We'll go to eBay. We'll click on sell. This is a new account, so myself. Switch to advanced tool. Switch. Okay, so let's enter a short title just to get started here. Barbie Dream House. Boom. Now you'll be asked to pick a category. I'm going to click on structures and furniture. Continue. Okay. New condition. All right, so you see where it says title, 62 characters remaining. You want to fill up every bit of that, or as much as you possibly can, with keywords, with what people are going to be searching for. So I'm going to literally, make this up as I go. So I did a little research on this house. I know it's made by Mattel. So let's do this. Barbie Dream House, Mattel. I know it has an elevator. Oh, wait a minute. I know it's 3 stories. Has an elevator. Made by Mattel. Let's see what else we have. There's a kitchen. So I'm going to put that in there. Kitchen. And let's look. Appliances, bathroom. Obviously, I do a little bit more research on the title keywords to make them a little bit more, unique. But you get the picture. Let's see what else we have. One more keyword. Give me a keyword, Dan.
Oh, can you hear me still? What do you got room for?
Toy.
Yeah, anything like that. Toys.
Yeah, or maybe girls' toy. Girls' toys. Girls' toy.
How about this? Toys new. Why not?
That's Dollhouse.
Dollhouse, yeah, very good.
Yeah, dollhouse. That's a really good keyword because somebody else can have the dream house, the Barbie house,
Right.
and like just that one word dollhouse would make
Perfect.
make that one come up instead of the other ones.
Okay. Now what I'm going to do.
So you want to tell them what you're doing there, Keith? Like with the title? Just
Yeah. Okay. So what I told you earlier, Dan, is that what you're asking?
yeah, like you're just maxing out. Like basically what Keith's doing. Can I just tell him, Keith, or?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, like basically what Keith's doing is he's just maxing out the title. Like they give you X amount of characters you can use. What you want to do is you want to max that out and fit as many words in there that people might hit in the search bar to look for. A lot of people that are that aren't as educated about eBay and things like that would just put dream. They would just put dream Barbie house. You know what I mean? And they would leave it like that, and then they might put like Mattel or whatever it's made by or something like that, but they wouldn't put all them extra words. And that could be the difference. Like somebody might put, Barbie dollhouse, and now since Lona just said put that word on the end, Barbie dollhouse, this one might come up when there's like another 100. There's probably another 100 of these Barbie dollhouses on eBay right now. But if you have a particular keyword that the rest of them doesn't have, yours will come up on a search, and all them other ones won't even be on the search. So you'll be the only Barbie dollhouse, you know what I mean, that's on that page, so they'll just buy yours because yours is the only one that they actually see. If that makes sense.
Yeah, good stuff.
Cool.
Good stuff. All right, so yeah, good explanation. Yeah, you definitely want to use up every bit of your real estate right here. This is where you're going to make your money. So now what we're going to do is go down. We're going to add photos. So I'm going to go back to Amazon. I'm going to right-click, save image as. And just for this, let's see. Boom. I'm just going to name this 1. All right. 2. The more photos you have, the better you rank. That's something I found out. The higher up you'll rank. Downloads. Really, guys, what you want to do is name your pictures your keywords. That helps too. Just for this example, I'm going to keep it nice and simple. And in future trainings, we'll get more in depth. So I've named my photos 1, 2, and 3. So let's just run with these 3 photos for now. Let's create our listing. Just click to add photos. You'll select those 3 photos and add it. Easy peasy. Where'd they go? 1. Downloads.
So Keith, you want to get into like resizing or tagging your photos so they become more of your property than copying someone else?
Not in this example, to be honest with you, because I don't want to confuse anybody just getting started.
Yeah, we'll let them get that from the $20 course.
Yeah, we don't want to. I just want to take us through. We'll show how simple and easy this is. They'll get the idea, because it is really easy to make money with this method. So we've got our pictures 1, 2, 3. And that's the absolute minimum I suggest you use. I think eBay's minimum is 1, but like I said, the more the merrier. We'll remove that. Year, I don't know. Recommended age range. We'll just say 5 to 7 years, 3 to 7 years. Here you're going to put in your details. Features. Country, region of manufacturer. I'm just going to put unknowns. I don't know. Then like right here, free shipping. Some people may be searching for that. It's just something extra you can do. No big deal. Just put in what you know right here, what you can get from the listing, and move on. And here is the description. Now what we do here, we're literally going to go back to Amazon. Where's my bar at? Okay. Now you can either copy all of this, and that's probably what I'll do. Here we go. So we're going to copy and paste product description. Copy. There's that. Let's kind of turn off. Okay. Okay, so we've copied and pasted that first bit of text. Now let's grab the rest of it. Whoops, a little too far. So we'll take it right to here. We'll paste it in. Boom, looks just like the Amazon listing. So this is ultimately our featured. And once again, I'm keeping this really basic. So I just want you to, understand how easy it is. You've got your description. You've got more of an in-depth description down here with pictures. I'm going to take out this view larger because I don't want any links. And I'm going to put in our verbiage, our language down at the bottom that ultimately tells where we ship to. Okay, so let's go. What was that? Okay. Ship to the lower 48 states only. We cannot combine shipping and no local pickup. I'll explain this in a minute.
Yeah, take your time, brother.
We cannot ship to PO boxes or APO, FPO addresses. Okay, we ship to the lower 48 states only. You're going to get free shipping to the continental U.S. You're not going to get it to Puerto Rico, to Hawaii, to Alaska, and you want to keep it in the States. No local pickup. You don't want your listed address. You don't want people showing up that have bought your items at your home because you don't have it. A lot of companies won't ship to PO boxes or APO, FPO addresses. This is all in the training, and it keeps you safe from buyers being upset at you that something they paid for and you don't even ship to their area. So it's all right here in your listing. So we have our titles, our pictures, our description, our disclaimer, I guess you want to call it. So let's go back to Amazon. Now I'm going to do fixed price. I'm not going to do an auction for a drop ship. Just a second. Okay. Let's go back to Amazon. Boom. Okay, as you see on the right, these guys, Amazon's selling this for $164.99, but all the rest of the competition is right at $215. So we could mark that up to, heck, we could roll with $215, easy. Buy it now. Nope. You're going to do a quantity of 1 to show urgency, 30-day listing. Then when it sells, you ultimately just relist. Okay, your service, this is your shipping. It's all standard, guys. I just go down. Where's that? Standard shipping, wherever it is. Right here, 1 to 6 business days. Handling time, probably for an Amazon item, at least probably 3 days. Just look at the listing because sometimes it'll say. But nothing complicated. I mean, you're listing your price, you're listing how long it takes to ship, what the handling time is before the product leaves your supplier's warehouse. And you'll want to put in a return policy. 14 days, money back. Return shipping will be paid by buyer. That's pretty standard. And if you want to charge a restocking fee, and then ultimately what you would do from here is hit continue, and then your list is up. But I can't do it on this account. I don't want to risk it, Dan. But it's all there.
Okay.
So everything's there. Your item's for sale. As soon as you hit continue, it'll ask you to confirm it. Good to go. But I mean, that's how easy it is. And that took what? Really 5 minutes? Really? So what do you want to do from here, Dan?
All right, cool, man. Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. It's something that I like to do too. Like that, this is my perspective. There is no right or wrong answer. I mean, for this stuff, I know that in the training that Keith's talking about, the $20 program we have here, I talk about having listen one and then you can relist it. What I do with my items, I mean, if something sells, I just put 10, 30, 40, 50 of them up. I mean, like once you get your account established, you can do that, obviously. And then, I don't know. In my opinion, I just feel like it gives it gives your listing more credibility if it says, because when there's an item sold, you want to just type in an item real quick, Keith, like type in Barbie house, for example.
Yeah.
And this is my perspective. Like I said, there's no right or wrong answer. But I just like, for me personally, I like the listing to just kind of work for me, where I don't have to do it. So I just list like a ton of them, and then next to it, like. Probably not the best. Oh, there you go. See how it says 165 sold on that one, Keith?
165 sold.
Or even that one, it said 446 sold. See how it says 46 sold, 165 sold. Like if you have a listing like that and it stays up, like when you relist an item, it loses that. So it's just something that I like to do, and the reason why that I do it is because I come from like a background of physically shipping stuff. So like I list stuff like I'll list 100 of something and just let the listing work for me all the time. You know what I mean? So that way I don't have to like keep relisting. If you have the store features like I do, you can have it to where it automatically relist. It is a good strategy. This is my opinion. Like it is a good strategy to have one that lists one because it does incorporate that scarcity factor. Like it's like the last one left. You know what I mean? Like I heard Tony Robbins actually give an example of scarcity one time, and he was talking about these box of cookies. He got these oatmeal cookies, and he put them in his cabinet, and he was so excited. He was like, "I got these low-fat oatmeal cookies. I'm so excited to eat them when I come home." And he comes home, and the box of cookies is gone. You know what I mean? So the next day, he's like, "Man, I really wanted them cookies." So the next day, he goes out and he buys 2 boxes of cookies, and he puts, he stocks them up or whatever, and then he goes out and works all day, and he comes home, and then 2 boxes of cookies are gone. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So the next day he's like, man, I can't believe it. He's like, I can't believe my cookies are gone again. So he goes out and buys like 30 boxes. Could you imagine having like 30 boxes of cookies in your cabinet? You know what I mean? So he buys these cookies, and then like he comes home and only like a box is 8. And there's like, and then weeks later there's like mold growing on them and stuff like that, because like nobody wants them because they're so available or whatever. So my point of the story is like the scarcity thing does work. So like I understand why someone would do it, but at the same time, when you see a listing and you're like 150 something people bought this from a different perspective, a different angle, 150 something people bought this particular item, I think it gives credibility to it too. So you can go either route with that. Kind of think I just backed up Roger's scarcity factor with the Tony Robbins story, but it's not what I do personally. I'm just sharing my own personal perspective, basically. So what do you think about that anyway? Like, what's your perspective on that? Is that what you do?
Honestly, I started out doing the scarcity technique, 30 days, and we got to selling so fast.
Yeah.
That we ended up doing different methods. Now I'll do the 1 in 30 days. I still use that a lot. I'll do good till canceled. I'll do best offer. I'll do auctions. It doesn't matter. The more you dig in, guys, the more you'll learn and the more you'll apply, because you'll find out what works for you. You'll find out your favorite methods, what's making you money, and don't be afraid to experiment either.
Yeah, exactly. Good point. So cool, man. Thanks, Keith. I really appreciate you coming on here and doing that tonight. I didn't have another account set up like that to where I could do that. I actually just was trying to create a test account prior, just in case something went wrong there. But you did a great job giving an example. And anybody watching this, that showed up late or anything like that, or halfway through, just remember you can go back and watch this again. You could stop, start it, pause it, rewind it, fast forward it, all that. So if there's some particular information that happened in this hangout tonight that you want to get, obviously you can come back and get it. I think it's a really valuable hangout for people just getting started, or people that's been doing this for a while, because we're sharing perspectives. When it comes to perspective, it's always good to hear it's always good to hear a lot of different people's perspectives. If you notice, a lot of professionals in every industry have totally different perspectives. A lot of them even contradict each other. You know what I mean? So the best thing to do is to gather perspectives and to create your own and create a perspective that actually works for you. Because at the end of the day, no matter what, we can lay things out and we can all do things similar, but we're all still going to do things slightly different. I mean, I just got back into e-commerce at the end of 2013. So did Keith, and so did our friend Jason, and here we are over a year later, and we're all doing it completely different right now. So like I do everything. Like I physically ship stuff. I buy things in bulk from vendors. I do drop shipping. Like I do drop shipping particularly for like larger items. But if it's smaller stuff, I'll buy it and send it here. You know what I mean? And to pick, pack, and ship it myself. I don't even care. I do whatever it takes. You know what I mean? There's a lot of different ways that you could do it. You could outsource the whole thing, and I'm going to be talking about that in the next training that we do. It's a month out. I encourage you guys, anybody that's not part of DS Domination or taking some other kind of training. Everything you guys watch tonight, if you guys grab the program for $20, you'll actually be able to connect the dots. Like some of the stuff you guys seen, you're going to need a little bit more information to kind of connect the dots, and I want to encourage you to get back to whoever brought you to this training. I'm not going to do the whole cheesy thing like click the link below and all that stuff. Not to make fun of all you guys that do that. You know what I mean? I love you, but the link below this video is actually a link to the next training that we're doing in a month from now. So I encourage you guys to get rolling here with us. Get in our mastermind group and grow with us. And that training is going to be more advanced in a month from now. I'm going to be talking about outsourcing and some more advanced stuff. You know what I mean? So I like to see you guys grow with us. I plan on making a lot of money this year with e-commerce. I believe I'm going to make a multiple six-figure income. I've always made a six-figure income since I was somewhere around 20 years old. But I plan on making a multiple six-figure income this year, and I'm going to do it with this method. So I forgot I had your blue box. You've been on there the whole time, Keith.
Oh, great.
That's funny.
Thank you.
I guess I'll bring it back to me real quick. But yeah, as long as you guys can hear me, it's all good. You know what I mean? So what I'm gonna do now before we're getting like closer to the end here. Have that blue box thing distract me for a second. So what I was just saying is, click the link below and click attending so you can get reminders for our next training. It's a month out from now. So we're not going to be doing this all the time, just maybe once a month as far as outside of our group. Inside our group, we're going to be doing stuff daily and weekly. If you want to be a part of that group, just get with whoever invited you here, and buy the program for $20. That's how you can align yourself with us. I was talking about valuing our time earlier and things like that, and that's why we're only doing these. We're going to do these like once a month, for people outside of the group, and encourage you guys and hope to even sell you guys on the idea, of digging into e-commerce, sell you guys on the idea, of making a full-time living from your home, without having to recruit people and stuff like that. Hopefully sell you on that idea. You know what I mean?
Can I say something before we go, bro?
Yeah, well, I still got I still want to have Lona and Tim share real quick too.
All right, good.
But go ahead, Keith.
No, I just wanted to, for those of you wondering if this is just another gimmick or just another deal, this allowed me to quit my job, literally quit my full-time job to do this full-time. I started out in internet marketing, network marketing, was chasing my tail for a long time. I met Dan, looked to him as a mentor, and we worked together for a long time. And then I found DS Domination last Christmas. And honestly, I was in a spot, man. I didn't know how I was going to buy my kids presents or anything. It was really stressing out, and we gave it a shot. And I think it was the first day we broke even. The next day I ended up making between 700 and 1,000 profit my first week. Granted, it was December. It was a good time to get in, but e-commerce is huge. And between all of us, we have so much knowledge in it, and we're willing to teach. And for $20, you can't go wrong. That's it.
Yeah, man, you have an awesome story, man. And you know what's cool about that story too? Like I said, the Chinese New Year's next month. So a lot of people that are just getting started right now can have a really great experience like Keith did, from the start. and really kick it off. And the more, and if you guys dig in now, and start training and teaching yourself this stuff, and align yourself with us, and we, next month everybody can really hit a home run, with this. So really looking forward to the Chinese New Year next year, or the Chinese New Year next month. That's for sure. When more than half the competition is off the internet. it's freaking cool, man. So Lona, you want to share some words of encouragement? I know you're just getting rolling and you're excited. Just kind of share your experience so far.
Yeah.
I like what you're doing too. You've been actually
Sure.
listing stuff from home and stuff too. I think that's really cool to start out like that as well.
Well, yeah. Well, when you first start selling on eBay as a seller, this was some of the things that they didn't really tell us in the training, but I totally forgot. I used to do eBay 15 years ago. I started my website that I actually have now, my current website, my home business that I run with a custom garment manufacturing shop just right out of my home. And I started on eBay by just making one item and taking pictures of it, putting it up on eBay, and sold 4 from one picture. And so that's how I started my website, and started building my website that way 15 years ago with eBay. And it was a little bit different than it is now. They charged a lot of money to list your stuff before, and now they've kind of grown with the economy where they, you can get your listings free now if you don't get all the, your list very basics just for free, and you will not be paying any fees to sell your items. But what they do is, eBay is a really cool place to sell things because they've developed this platform that with very good, a rating system of the sellers, so that when the buyers come on and look at your things, they can trust who they're buying from, that they're going to get their product. Because you go through a 90-day to establish a selling account on eBay, you have to establish a seller's account, and it takes about 90 days if you don't have any selling history. So for the DS Domination, if you don't have a credit card to pre-buy your product to drop ship, the customer gets there when you're on the up and up, you're not just keeping off of people's money. So it's like developing a platform that's really good for sellers. A long time ago because and so I kind of stopped it. I had my website, and I was just promoting my website other places and didn't do eBay. But now I found the DS Domination. I was like, why did I continue to do this longer? Because now I have to reestablish my seller account. So, and it's really cool because if you're new at it, you can learn how to list things on eBay. Like say you're just a little old lady that makes pot holders. You can actually sell your own stuff out, and not have to worry about your money being withheld, because it will eventually be released to you. It's your own product, so you don't have to go out and buy it anywhere. Or if you have a little bit of money and a little bit of cash, you can actually go out on eBay and find wholesale items that are very inexpensive and break them up into individual items. I'm doing the same thing. I'm selling some things I bought on eBay on wholesale, and going to be selling those things in individual items. This is just to establish my seller account. So when I'm on the pro level, I'll be able to go out there and do the drop shipping stuff that we're talking about today. And it's really nice, even pace when you're new at something. You don't want to be stressed out, and you can just learn the ropes for about, 3 months. And by the time that 3 months is up, you'll be ready to go. Looking at all the videos, posting your own things, and, or other people's things. If you don't have your own products, if you have a storage bin that you've been paying money on, every month that you just never used for the last 6 years. I know people that are paying on storage bins for 6 years and don't even use the things that are in there. You need to go in there and take those pictures and put them up on eBay and make some money. I've only been with DS Domination for about a month, and I've made $100 already just in a month selling my own stuff. And so it's possible to make money doing it a lot of different ways. If you want to build your own business and have your own website, I know a lot of people that have. My own biological sister also has a website, and I taught her how to do eBay, and now she's selling on eBay and has her own, domain name, and sells, on both places. So it's like there's no reason why people shouldn't have money coming in. so easy, and it's fun, especially when you're, in a team of guys like this, and people that are really, entrepreneur minded, and we can like throw things at each other and learn from each other. You're not really out on your own, but you don't have to worry about recruiting people. That's one of the stresses that a lot of people have in, the network marketing, is trying to get people to join them. Well, this isn't like one of those things. You're out there and you're doing it on your own, but you're learning from other people, like you're kind of in that same team environment, and it's awesome. So I just really thank you for inviting me, Dan. Dan is an awesome leader. I want to, tell you guys, I've worked alongside him for about, I think since March last year. I joined in another company that I'm no longer with, but I stuck around with Dan. I saw his link out there, and I joined up underneath him because he's an awesome leader. He's a great trainer, and he's really, like he said, we're all in this kind of together to help each other succeed. That's what this mastermind is about, right? So thank you so much. You're blessed and highly favored. Thanks for having me on tonight.
Yeah, thanks for coming
That's
on
about
tonight.
it, unless you have a question.
Yeah, thanks for coming on tonight. It's really, really good to have you here. So, all right, cool. So, Tim, any words of encouragement, and anything you want to share about your experience? Are you there, Tim?
Yeah, I'm here.
Look like you're frozen or something. Okay.
No, it's just the lighting here, but no.
Oh, okay. I
Great
see
share.
you.
Yeah, anybody can do this. I joined over a year ago. Excuse me. It was just after Christmas, right around Christmas time of last year. I really didn't get into it until the summer. I had to focus on another program, another business, and I started looking at this more. And after talking to Keith and Dan, I looked into what e-commerce was really. Probably August, September. And I really got into it right around Thanksgiving time, and I started listing. And man, December was just gangbusters. I did $1,300 on one sale. I made a $60 profit on a leather bag. So I mean, people are out there. I mean, the market's out there, and it just depends on what you find and what you're looking at for what the market is going to provide you. And it's unparalleled to anything else that I found online. That's probably about as good as it's going to get.
Awesome, brother. Awesome. Thanks for sharing, man. I'm glad you came on here tonight. So, yeah, what Lona was talking about too. Here, let me go back to this blue box in me here. I get myself all confused here with this stuff. I'm really not very techy at all, man. I always get confused with stuff. But but anyway, yeah, I was thinking about like what some of the stuff Lona was talking about too, like people having storage units and stuff like that, And I always say a messy house is a messy mind. You know what I mean? So it's funny like how much stuff people just have like laying around their house that they can sell. And that can give them capital to drop ship more expensive items and things like that. I'll give you guys like an example. Like this year, I haven't really been on Amazon much until halfway through the year, and the reason why is because I was just making so much money selling these generic products that I was selling. And in August, like I made like $6,000 off this one item alone, and eBay actually took it down and like restricted my account for like a week because it was like a generic product. You have to be careful of like different generic products and things like that. And everything's okay now, but I lost like almost that, and another income dropped like I lost like $1,500 a month. One income source I had I was making $2,500 a month from that, and that dropped to $1,000 a month too. So I had like, I don't know, something like an $8,000 drop in my income, like in the end like August, going into the next month. So I was like, man. So I was kind of scared, like, man, I need to find some ways to make money to make up for all this stuff. You know what I mean? So I actually got into like teaching myself Amazon, and one of the ways that I did it, and I just want to drop this before I get off, before we close this out, because I think it's kind of cool. With Amazon, I had like no experience with Amazon, so what I decided to do is like just to kind of like take myself through the process of like making my first sale on Amazon. What I did is, because I have all these bookshelves, like all these books, and nobody reads anymore. Like I have a lot of books. I got a lot of favorite books that I'll never sell. I just trade them amongst my other entrepreneur friends. We like trade books all the time and stuff like that. But what I did was I uploaded. I gave my self a seller account on Amazon, and I downloaded the app. And can you guys see that there? I don't know if it's like real bright, or can you guys see that or no?
It's really hard to see it, Dan.
Okay, I'm like, what's going on? So anyway, how about now? Would it turn on an angle like this way? Can you see it a little bit?
Now your phone faded, but
Yeah, so it's a little bit bright. Let me get rid of the brightness. Here, I took the brightness down a little bit. How about now? Can you see that?
you can somewhat see it. Can't
Yeah,
read
so
anything.
anyway, basically there's like a little scan bar on the side here, and you can actually like hit that scan bar, and it pulls up like a scan bar. I don't know if you guys can almost see that now.
Yes.
But it's a scan bar, and what you could do is you can actually take it, like, just to kind of experience your first sale, like, just to kind of take yourself through the process, like, to teach yourself, like, how it works, you know? Like, you could take, like, here's a book here, and it's got this, it's got the bar on the back, the barcode here. So I could take this here like this, and I can actually scan it, and you guys might not be able to see it, but there's the book right there, and it's like 3 buttons to list this. Like it's like right in the bottom corner here, list, and you can list like 50 books or something. I don't know how many books you got in your house, but if you have books like that the kids aren't reading anymore and stuff, you can list like 50 books for the fun of it, just to see what happens or whatever. That's like what I did. And it has like new. You would just put, used or whatever. Quantity 1, and then you can hit match lowest price. So there's only 3 things. It's like, you put used, quantity 1, and match lowest price, and then you just hit continue, and that's it. And then submit listing. It's like four buttons to list a book on Amazon. Now that book's listed on Amazon now. So like if that book sells like it said like a penny. It said like a penny, but the shipping's $3.99 for a book. So like that book would cost like $2 to physically ship. You know what I mean? So, and then probably $1 Amazon fee. So I'll probably make $1 off that book. You know what I mean? That's not a big deal or nothing like that, but it's cool to teach yourself. What's that?
I wanted to tell you, today I sold a book on eBay that was in my, my book collection that I had gotten free with some other books that someone gave me. And on the back, it was on the market for $10.95. The price is right on there. I actually took a picture of the back of the book as part of my listing so they could see it right there. And I did an auction for $9 and then buy it now for $17. And I sold it for $17. And there was other books out there that I went and looked at the merchant where it would be sold. It was a religious book, and it was out of stock on that merchant site. So I actually got to sell over all the other people that were listing that same book for like $30-something. I made $17, and I didn't even ever buy the book. There's so many things you can get out of your own personal possessions that you just like, I don't need this anymore, and make money on it. Why do you have to have all this stuff, just, stuff? like extra baggage that we have, in our lives that we just pay money on in a storage bin. That's just ridiculous. Or in the closet, you don't have any closet space because you got all this stuff in there that you don't even use anymore. Even clothing, people will buy on eBay used clothing.
Yeah.
It's just amazing.
Yeah, it's like getting paid to train yourself. You know what I mean? You're just playing around, experimenting, but you're actually getting paid for it, and that doesn't happen in a lot of other marketing and other different deals and stuff like that. You don't get paid to experiment or you know what I mean, mess around like that. It's like you're messing around, and all of a sudden $10, you made $10, now you made $30 off this. You just sold 10 books for $2 a piece. You know what I mean? Like, and then we were talking about scaling up. You know what I mean? Earlier. You know what I mean? It's like, if you could just create more money coming in every day. You know what I mean? You can keep on experimenting with all of it. You know what I mean? And just grow. And just grow from there.
Yeah, that's what makes it fun. It's like a treasure hunt.
Yeah, it is. It's fun. So cool, man. That's a really some really good shares. So I'm gonna close this out. I guess I'll does anybody have any closing thoughts? I know that Dave spoke in the very beginning there, and then Keith, and then so on. Did anybody have any closing thoughts or anything like that?
Yeah, Dan, I'd like to add something.
Okay.
Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, I can hear you okay, Dave.
Yeah, so whatever it is that you're selling or getting into, but really life in general, the biggest thing is having the right mindset of how you approach something. And some people approach this and say, "Oh, I'm not didn't make any money my first month, or I didn't make any." I didn't make the money I thought I was going to make, or I'm not rich all of a sudden because I joined this program. Well, it's $20, so there is a lot of money that can be made, but also you have to approach it with the right mindset of, I'm going to learn something new, I'm going to commit to it, give it some time, because most people have been at their jobs for 10, 15, 20 years, and they're miserable, and they're still not making the money they thought that they deserved. So the whole point is it's having the correct mindset of how you approach, whether it's a business, whether it's a job, whether it's your health or whatever else you do. You have to have that right mindset to do it, and you get that through the books you read, the audios you listen to, and then the people you hang out with in this mastermind or somewhere else. So those are kind of my closing thoughts.
Yeah. Yeah, it reminds me of one of my friends. They were like, people think that it was actually my friend Dawn Mars Ortiz. Some of you guys might know her. She one time we were having a deep conversation, and she was like, people think that mind stuff, that mindset stuff is all fluff, but really it's everything. And the reason why it is, I mean, is because that's what helps you get through the ups and downs. You know what I mean? And there's ups and downs in business. You know what I mean? So no matter what, you're going to go through some ups and downs. But the cool thing about our Mastermind Alliance here and everything like that is we can go through them together. You have some struggles and stuff like that. You can post your questions about the stuff that you're going through in the group. I've been through some really, really tough experiences, and what I always like to refer back to, when that is a saying that I don't know where I got it from, but they say you can tell the size of the man by the size of the problem that gets the man down. So like it's if you come across a problem, it's like, is this how big I am? You know what I mean? Because a lot of times we get upset about things that really aren't that big of a deal. You know what I mean? We're just caught up in the moment and we're mad or whatever. But it's a good question to ask yourself, because the reason why it is is because if you want to make a lot of money, you want to have a great life, we want to be able to handle larger problems. You know what I mean? Like, you have a problem that costs you $100. Well, there's millionaires out there that have problems that cost them $100,000. You know what I mean? So like if I have a problem, like something that cost me, I had a problem not too long ago that cost me $2,400. I was all upset about it. I was like, man, this is going to cost me $2,400. And you know what I thought to myself? I was like, is this how big I am? Because I thought of that saying, you can tell the size of a man by the size of the problem that gets a man down. So I said, is this how big I am? I said, well, if I really want to be successful, I need to be able to handle problems that are way bigger than this. So I'm going to add a zero to that. So instead of $2,400, I thought $24,000. I said, what if this was a $24,000 problem? You know what I mean? Like, how would I handle it then? There's people out there, that are handling problems. Like my $2,400 problem is a $24,000 problem to somebody else. You know what I mean? So, like, your problems can always be magnified. It can always be so much bigger. And, it's like, how big are you? You know what I mean? So, we need to work on ourselves so we can handle bigger problems. If you can handle, bigger problems, you make, bigger money, obviously, right? So I just wanted to share that experience. And anybody else have any closing thoughts? I guess I'll just take it like right back. 3 is like, Keith, you're next, like on the thing. Do you have any closing thoughts? Are you there, Keith?
Yeah, I had to unmute my mic.
Okay.
Yeah, just like everybody's closing thoughts. Mindset, yes, it's huge. I mean, like Dan said, business, there are issues. You'll find yourself in a valley sometimes. If you don't have that mindset, 9 times out of 10, you're going to quit, So give it a shot, guys. What do you have to lose? We're here for you. We'll help you along the way. And Dan mentioned future trainings. Yeah, we'll dive more into more in depth, different techniques to get rankings. Get ranked up higher, get more sales, and we'll show you, how we do it. And it's been a pleasure to be on with you guys as well. I apologize for my internet connection. Don't know what happened there, but it is what it is. Yeah, that's all I have.
Awesome, man. Awesome. Lone, any closing thoughts?
Oh yeah, mindset is like probably 99.9% of your success and whatever you pursue. Perseverance and effort. Any business, if you don't put it in, it's not going to come out. And a lot of people are lazy and don't want to put in the effort because they want to have something for nothing. But it doesn't work that way in life. And you got to find what you really have fun doing. Because if you're not having fun doing what you're doing, you're going to block any of the blessings and the money coming in. Because positive can only come from positive mindset. And like right now, I'm going through a major equipment breakdown in my garment business. It's been a month and a half now, but you know what? I'm not out of business. I was doing other stuff before I got the embroidery machine. So, I look at things like as a positive, flow the way it should be and accept what is. And if you don't like it, change it. And that's how you do it, is with your mind and make a decision to do something different. You have to take responsibility for everything in our lives. Can't blame anybody for anything that goes on but yourself. And if you don't understand that, you need to look within yourself, to see what I'm talking about. And it doesn't happen overnight. It's not get rich quick, but you can make a lot of money fast with doing this. And so thank you so much. You're blessed and highly favored, you guys. Totally.
Love that. Love that saying. All right, Tim.
Well, you know what? The world is exactly how you see it. And there's your mindset right there. If you think you're not going to make it, you're not going to make it. But when you put your mind to it and you decide that you are going to make it, and you pick a format, regardless of whether it's an MLM or affiliate or e-commerce, put your mind to it and stick to it, because your world will revolve around exactly how you see it. And there's your mindset. And I love each and every one of you guys, man. You guys inspire me all the time.
All right, guys. All right, so that about has it. So last thing I want to say is get and click the link below this video to attend our next event. Get and get back with whoever invited you here tonight. So that you can align yourself with us here and make some money with us together in 2015 here. Just starting off the year, it's January, so looking forward to seeing where we're all at. So all right, that's it, guys. Closing out. Peace. Night.